So recently I took a little trip to the flower farm. If you've never been there, it's in Gardner, Kansas. So if you're ever out that way, please visit. It's a cute little hole in the wall. You blink and you miss it, but it's actually on somebody's property. So there's a sign and you pull down the road and they have parking spaces, which is nice on gravel. When you first go in, you're gonna see a lot of plants and flowers and trees, and there's a few cats around the place, which is nice. I'm sure that they keep the rodents at bay. They have these super adorable little paw prints in the concrete, and I know that that's probably been there for a super long time now. But you can go around and there's a few greenhouses that are also attached to the main greenhouse. So you just go through each one and you can see what they have in stock. However, a lot of the times, like, they will tell you this, but be mindful that some of these tables with plants will say, do not touch, that they're still growing. So some of the tables have plants for sale and then some of them are their stock that they're growing. But as long as you're respectful and you're just watching where you walk, because a lot of times if you show up, like, they're already watering stuff and so there's hoses out. But it's such a cute little place. They have so many different plants. There's tons of cacti. If you're a Hoya person, they have the biggest selection of Hoya I think I've ever seen at any greenhouse around the Missouri and Kansas side ever. They always have tons in stock. They always look really good. And they have some nice little rare ones too. Not to mention a ton of other aroids and plants such as philodendron, pothos, tradescantia, you name it, they probably have it. There's a bunch of variegated ones, so if you're a variegated type person and you are obsessed with those, they have so many. Again, unfortunately, they do only put out a limited amount of stock of each plant. I want to say it's every Thursday or Friday. You'd have to call or message them to see, but they have just such amazingly colorful plants and they're very sweet people. It is a family business and the original owner passed away, I want to say within the last year or two. He was a super nice old man and I believe his son is who took over. So I did actually end up getting to talk to his son while I was there and he was super kind. He actually gave me a couple of plants for free. He encouraged me to also share the love and propagate in the future and, you know, give plants away the way he was doing. And it inspired me to actually take some cuttings of some things and bring back to him later. And I know that his father used to do stuff like that with people as well whenever he was running it. He was very much into trading plants, so if you had something he didn't have yet and he wanted to propagate it and sell, he would also give you something in return that was, you know, roughly around the same value. And his son is doing the same thing, which I think is amazing. It's very cool. I never did it in the past, but this was the first time I got to do it. And I thought that was so kind of him. They are a bit of a drive for me, so with gas prices going up and everything, it's kind of difficult to get out that way. Plus my vehicle has had a few issues lately that I had to fix, but I do very much plan on going back, hopefully within the next month or so. And I want to take him some cuttings of a couple things. I'm not 100% sure yet what I want to cut. I would like to at least give him the value back of what he gave me, just with a different plant. I gotta look at my inventory and see. But he had some really cool pothos, some that I actually don't think I've seen in person yet. And I also have plants that are just growing through the ground as well. I just think it's so cool because it gives that jungle feel. And honestly, I would love to own a greenhouse similar to this one day. I just think it's amazing. It's such a cool sight to see. And there's so much. Like, you could spend a minimum of an hour in here, and it's not like the biggest greenhouse I've ever been in, but there's just so many different plants. It's just a neat vibe. They are fairly saturated plants though, so whenever you bring them home, it is smart to maybe repot them unless they tell you otherwise. Assuming that your environment is one of those that your stuff doesn't dry out very quickly. You're prone to root rot and you don't want that to happen to your plants, obviously, so you need to be really careful about it. But yeah, the health of these, the color, the wide variety that he has, the amount is just, it's astonishing. I'm actually moving soon, and so I'm hoping I can see him again before I move to give back. But even then, when I do move, I'm hoping to put a greenhouse on my property and maybe start doing something similar. So I'm really excited for whatever the future is going to hold this year and all the changes that are happening. There's a lot that I'm going through right now that I won't get into, but it's just exciting to be able to come back to this place that I've been coming to for at least the last like 3 or 4 years now. And it hasn't really changed much. They have literally like an entire pothos wall. Okay, they've got like a wall where pothos just grows wildly up it, and the leaves are just massive. But you can also see that throughout the place as well, where it's like they've let certain plants just kind of take over, but they still have tons of space. You get to shop around and look at everything, and it's just so much fun. They also have cute little like milk crates that you can carry around and put your plants in. They're like the short, kind of long ones. So that's also really fun. But yeah, they tend to have a limited amount of the rarer plants like the Scindapsus. I can't remember which one that was. I want to say Rubicon or something else, but anyways, they always put out every single week. They put out some new plants. It's a very limited amount, but you can also always call ahead of time and say, hey, I'm looking for such and such. Do you have this? They're very open to that. Or you can just be like, oh, I'm looking for something variegated. What do you have? Or I'm looking for a new pothos, you know. So they're very kind people. And then, you know, throughout the year, they do different things. Like with fall, they're going to have a ton of mums and other holiday type plants. And then when spring hits, obviously it's going to be a ton of tropicals and flowers. And it's just amazing to see. They're so pretty. Everyone is so kind. So again, if you have time, definitely visit this place.